indescribable for all of us. Every one of you that are um, sitting here, that are enjoying this session, that have received this powerful initiation. Tomorrow we are having a very, very powerful initiation as well. Any malefic effects of planets, planetary positions, impact in us is going to be removed. Tomorrow we are going to be learning about cosmology, Hindu cosmology, how stars, planets have an impact in us, and we are going to be learning about the truths, what how Hinduism knew all these advanced sciences. So do not miss. Tomorrow is going to be a very, very powerful day, and we welcome every one of you to join with us tomorrow as well. Tomorrow's initiation is going to be something too important not to be missed.
Absolutely. And how many of you here want to really get, liberated from the malefic effects the planets can have on you? I know this Hindu astrology, learning about the Vedic astrology and coming out of all the effects, side effects that the planetary positions can have upon you is a really loved and wanted day for most of you. I've been seeing even in the past programs, every time when this happens, it's like so many of you really, really don't want to miss it. Tomorrow it's happening. Please take a few minutes to inform your friends and invite a few more people who also would love to enjoy these sciences. Tomorrow, we are going to be having a few more special initiations that you've never had before in any of the previous Mahaparameshuvam or Paramashuvam programs. Swamiji is going to specially initiate all the participants to removing the malefic effects that's there in each of your planetary positions and a lot more. So please make sure attending from morning. Every session is designed directly by Swamiji to give you the best experience. So do not ever miss out on that. Oh wow, Malgita, your Atmaling also stood up. That's because literally Nataraja is dancing on your Ananda Gandha. Today, so beautifully, Swamiji showed us where our Ananda Gandha is by adorning a beautiful Nataraja deity on his Ananda Gandha.
Us that are sitting here today during the darshan, understand our DNA itself has been reprogrammed. All the abilities, the higher conscious possibilities for us to manifest has been awakened for all of us today. And every one of us that are sitting here, during the initiation, what happens is, especially during the processes like Chidambara Yantra processes, Swamiji is literally taking working in our very DNA level to alter all those wrong sounds that coils our DNA together with consciousness and replacing that with a higher frequency vibrations in all of us. Now, with this powerful initiation, let us all manifest powers. This is the best time to manifest the powers of any communication with nature, the five elements of nature. Now, what all of you can do is play with water element, play with wind element, or play with fire element. Any of this is fine. You can even communicate with animals. Let's say you have an animal with you in your house. You can even communicate with your pets. Like maybe you would have never, you would have trained your pet in a certain way, but without you giving that verbal communication, even making a noise or anything, you just right create space and make that animal come towards you. So every one of you that are sitting here, um, you all can start having that fun. Just play with the powers right now itself. What you can do is bring a cup of water in front of you. Play with the water. Maybe put something in the water and try playing with it. Wind, moving the curtain as per your will. Play with every element around you. You are just going to have fun. Do it like a game. But understand, Swamiji has given us a very, very powerful initiation.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Go ahead and leave it how I have it, but if you are using the cadence C, you can go ahead and follow along that way. However you guys want to go ahead and design that. I'm just giving you guys
Listen.
suggestions here. Okay.
I'm in such a state
So
now.
we're going to open a new section.
I need to make too many important revelations.
And I'm going to go ahead and
The
add some
multi-dimensional logic
now with
of
me
the cosmos I'll reveal.
within our section, our main section that we're in. I'm going to add some spacing. I'm going to do about
Surely the binary logic cannot understand what I am trying to tell. Binary logic will not be able to because it is not matured enough, it has not grown up enough to catch the cosmic reality. Understand? If you can grasp a being, conscious being, creating the principles of creation, creating the principles of creation, not just creation, creating the principles of creation with one hand and sustaining the principles of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation, and rejuvenating in one hand. The principles of creation, principles of sustenance, and principles of rejuvenation, and principles of pulling out of delusion, and principles of liberation. Through one hand, manifesting the principles of manifestation, manifesting the principles of sustenance, principles of rejuvenation, principles of pulling out of delusion, and principles of liberation. To the other hand, sustaining, not just sustaining what is created, sustaining principles of creation and principles of sustenance. other hand, not just destroying or rejuvenating even the principles of rejuvenation. And through the thrown up leg, liberating, and the leg which is pressing the demon Melaka, pulling beings out of delusion. Not just pulling beings alone out of delusion, pulling even the principle of creation, maintenance out of delusion. And with the leg which is thrown up in the air, giving liberation not just to the beings, even to the principle of creation, maintenance, rejuvenation. Pulling out of delusion and liberation. Doing all this not only without stress, in ecstatic dance. Just even if you grasp intellectually this, you will grasp Nataraja, the Ananda Tandava, cosmic dance of Nataraja. That is the meditation, ultimate meditation, connecting with Paramashiva, Nataraja. Ananda Tandava, bliss dance, Nataraja, who manifested from Ishana space of Ishana face, PHASE, face, space. Listen carefully. All the other four, Satyojata, Vamadeva, Satyojata, Agora, Vamadeva, Tatpurusha, all these other are FACES, faces, and PHASES, spaces of Paramashiva. Ishana is face, space, space. FACE, PHASE, SPACE, all three. Chidambara. From the Ishana space, Nataraja manifests. Nataraja is the liberating principle. Mukti Tattva. Understand? Cosmic dance. Mukti Tattva of Nataraja, cosmic dance of Nataraja. I will map it to your prajna now and support you and make you manifest this as a reality. Listen carefully. I'll bring it down to my prajna and manifest it in all your prajna and make it into Vijnana. Listen. Doesn't bother about the so-called perfection. Understand? He's an absolute perfectionist. But when he is dancing, perfectionism does not stop his action. Perfectionism does not put him in inaction. If you lived around me, you will know exactly the meaning of this word. I am an absolute perfectionist, but my perfectionism will never stop me starting my projects, starting my work. I will not even miss putting the jewelry on the throne, but When I started this whole Sri Kailasa project, I did not even have my own land. People who live around me, they know how perfectionist I am. But my perfectionism never stops me starting new projects or venturing into projects. He continues to dance, and Adisesha rushes and ties himself and makes himself as an anklet, and Paramashiva continues to dance. This is the key. Perfectionism, which does not make you stop or feel stuck and capped, is the liberating principlic action. Understand? You cannot see more perfect than Paramashiva's Ananda Tandava. But when his anklet falls, he doesn't wait. He continues. In your life, either you give up perfectionism or you give up beginning, initiating, continuously moving. In these two, you give up any one. That is what is delusion. Listen, feeling stuck is the only sin in the life. Cosmos does not feel stuck just because of its nature of not feeling stuck. It manifests the space of perfectionism. Understand? Listen to what I am talking intensely. Intense action. Start in projects. If you are stuck, feeling stuck in one project, go on be doing other 9. By the time you're pushing the other 9, this feeling stuck will dissolve. Understand there is no such thing as stuck in reality. It is always only feeling stuck. Eschatology does not exist in Paramashiva Jnana. Everything is ontology. There is no end. Understand that. There is no end. Paramashiva Dandava of cosmos. Its perfection is because it doesn't get stuck. Stop feeling stuck. Stop being stuck. You'll manifest perfectionism. Understand? Don't give up on perfectionism, but don't stop actions. Binary logic teaches you if you want to be perfect, start late after preparing everything. Multi-dimensional logic teaches you only by your action you will reach the perfection. You will manifest the perfection. Do not give up on perfection, but do not stop acting. Understand? Enlightenment is ultimate, not final. It is constant happening. In few days you will see the whole satsang background and the way it is going to be relayed. It's all going to be next level. The whole background, LED screen, or the high definition, or the volume quality, or the different mics, all that thing set. It's going to be next level. But I don't wait for all that to get set and then start the satsang. Then I'll never be able to start. I know the great Shiva Bhuta Ganas work around me. I just start the dance by its intensity. Perfection to perfection to perfection to perfection manifests.
As all of us are manifesting, as all of us are experiencing this science, let us all enter into the next session where we are going to be learning about the power of space creation.
Manifests. Listen carefully. Always be like Nataraja doing Ananda Tandava.
Today,
Not
having
bothered
Sandhya
about one
Nityananda who
anklet
represents that
falling.
the truth, the eternal truth that nothing falls apart and everything
Not
falls in
bothered
place.
about
Everything is auspicious.
some musical instruments less. Sandhya Nrittamurti. See, Sandhya means the day and night meeting. Start the cosmic and destruction, pralaya, and creation meeting. For you to understand roughly, you can roughly understand as ice age. During every ice age, he dances the cosmic dance. That is called Sandhya Tandava. Listen. Whenever you feel everything in your life is falling apart, suddenly business is collapsing, wife is leaving, and kids are not listening to you. It's almost like your whole life is going. What do you think as your life is going? Health is failing. Whenever you feel that pralaya is happening in you, meditate on the Sandhya Nrittamurti. Invoke him. Mahadeva, you are doing your Sandhya Nritya in my life. Just show me you are doing the Sandhya Nritya. That's enough. He will simply manifest auspiciousness in you. Listen. He just wants you to know he is doing Sandhya Tandava in your life. If you recognize it, you will say, all right, come on. Now, it is time. Let's start the creation. Let the new yuga start. Let the new universe manifest. Let the new life manifest. If you want new life to manifest in you, giving me the mantra, connect with Sandhya Tandava Murti. Nritta means Tandava. Sandhya Nritta Murti. Retrieving. Tandava goes through certain discipline. Nritta is beyond all discipline. So, if you feel things are falling apart in your life, connect with Sandhya Nrittamurti. Mahadeva, Paramashiva, I know you are doing Sandhya Nritta in me. Just reveal that you are doing Sandhya Nritta, so I will be in peace. That's all. When you start dancing, you will feel very shy. Hey, this fellow caught me. Perfection happened. Now he knows my Leela. Okay, come on. All right. I'll create the new life for you. I'll manifest new life for you. Delusion will delude you as long as you are not recognized. The delusion is deluding you. The moment you recognize delusion is deluding you, it can no more delude you. Delusion cannot delude you. The moment you recognize delusion is deluding you. Actually, even this Sandhya Nrittamurti we have in Seattle Temple, we have not only the huge Nataraja, Ananda Nataraja, we have some more dancing forms of Shiva. I think we have done that 108 dancing forms of Shiva and sent to different temples few deities, few forms. So Seattle has Ananda Tandava, as in Chidambaram, and Sandhya Nrittamurti, and even Los Angeles has few more Tandavas of Paramashiva's forms. So connect with this superconscious mutation, Sandhya Nrittamurti. You will realize nothing is falling apart, everything is falling in place. If you know Paramashiva, you will know everything falls in place. If you don't know Paramashiva, you may be deluded thinking everything is falling apart.
Kailasa of Paramashiva, whether your actions to manifest health, wealth, beautiful relationships,
Listen intensely.
success, enlightenment, mental health, happiness, whatever you think as your cosmic
Principle of manifestation getting manifested.
go on,
Principle of maintenance getting manifested.
if you are feeling
Principle of rejuvenation getting manifested. Principle of pulling out of delusion getting manifested. Principle of liberation getting manifested. So,
and feeling stuck,
creation of the universe is one level.
dangerous, feeling
Principle of creation getting created.
stuck is
Creation energy getting created. So, the permutation combination of all these 5 into 5 is 25. All the 25 happening in you now. Now. Listen.
non-stop.
If you meditate on this, you will understand. Some people manifesting in your life is
Nithyananda
creation.
be the source of your
Some people leaving your life is rejuvenation.
be high
Some people getting back to your life is pulling out of delusion.
positive, and all the
Some people are adding bliss, joy to you,
will manifest
and you adding bliss and joy to them is liberation. All this,
epistemology of
understand,
Paramashiva
whether it is people,
epistemology is
places,
philosophy that
object,
investigates the origin, nature,
health,
methods and limits of human
anything you experience, it is all just
is
the 25 principles manifesting, happening in you. If you are fighting with that happening, you are Jiva. If you are master of that happening, you are Shiva.
don't stop the cosmic
If you sit now and complete with all these 25 happenings in your life, internally, externally, internally, some good things getting created. Some things which you think as good getting destroyed, rejuvenated. Some things getting pulled out of delusion. Some things getting liberated. Listen carefully. Everything happening in you is auspicious. If you understand that, you are Shiva. Inside you, outside you, everything happening is auspicious. I tell you, once you are initiated,
Being stuck is only delusion, only trobhava, only
once you are
negative.
initiated, once you are my disciple, listen very clearly. Even if you think in your life things are falling apart, they are falling in proper place. Understand?
Nature, understand? The origin, nature, methods, and
Nothing
limits
is
of
falling apart.
knowledge. I'm teaching you the epistemology.
They are all falling in place.
Paramashivam Jnana. Essence of epistemology of Paramashivam Jnana. Be like Natarara. Continue dancing. Continue dancing.
Once you are
Continue
initiated,
dancing.
you are
Be
integrated to
Nitya,
Guru Linga Sangha.
eternal.
I tell you, nothing falls apart. You may, even if you think things are falling apart in your life, they all fall in place. Understand that. Nothing falls apart.
Nothing is wrong decision.
Everything
If
happening
your whole
is
life
auspicious.
is seen
Everything is falling in place for the higher
then
purpose.
feeling stuck
I tell you,
or being stuck.
once you sit with that clarity, you are Shiva.
As long
If
as
you are able to come to that clarity in your life, you are master of your life. You are Ishvara. I tell you,
nothing is a wrong decision.
whoever is constantly in firefighting mode internally lives as Jiva. Whoever lives in ferocious mode internally live as Shiva.
Paramashiva
So be very clear, if you are suddenly having lottery, wealth is getting manifested.
for various
If you are losing some money,
and even
the
goes on
destruction of wealth is happening.
civilization inside
But that does not mean you are a loser or something is wrong with you. You are Paramashiva. Things are not falling
planet Earth
apart.
life
Things are falling
completely
in
got
place.
extincted on the planet Earth.
Sometimes
Planet Earth
some
became
wealth
empty,
loss
no life. 6
awakens
times this has happened.
strong,
Earth is
active,
formed.
workaholic energy in you, which is
Every
you might have lost few $1,000s, but the energy gets triggered in you,
those 6 times
maybe worth of
we
millions of
worship
dollars.
6 abhishekams of
I have seen
Nataraja.
this happening.
Those exact
So
6
nothing
astrological times
is wrong,
when Paramashiva sent
inauspicious.
life back to planet Earth from Kailasa.
Anybody who soaks into
Those
this
6
powerful
times only.
cognition, whatever is happening is
Please
auspicious.
listen. 5 times complete extinction and 6th time he has sent and we are still here. And
First of all, that powerful cognition fellow, you will not have
6
violence inside,
times he sent
and
life,
you will not be
super consciousness back to planet Earth.
doing anything wrong. You will be living as Paramashiva.
Whatever level it is.
When somebody tries to attack you, they only create karma.
prayer
It's not that you have some karma
moves to
because of that they are coming near. No, they create karma for themselves. You live in a pure Paramashiva space.
Intense prayer.
I tell you, when you are integrated to your Guru, the powerful cognitions they manifest. It may be very simple word, but it will just
Paramashiva
open your Kundalini
today.
and make it into reality.
Great day.
Now, I am telling you about the most powerful sacred secret
So
of
in
death.
all the Kailasas, Puja, Abhishekam,
5 into 5
Nataraja is getting
means
done.
creation, sustenance,
Naivyams are offered.
rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, liberation. This 5 into 5, this 25 principles is happening now in you. Take this as powerful cognition. And
So nice to have
everything happening inside you, outside you is auspiciousness.
Nataraja's puja.
This powerful cognition will make you intelligent, strategic, brilliant, powerful. It will not make you lazy, tired, bored, powerless. No, understand that. It will bring so much healing and energy, especially when you are my disciple. When you are initiated by me, integrated to me, understand.
The beauty of cosmic
It just manifests in you like initiation. If you are initiated and you have not abused me and you are not interested in abusing me, if you are clear about that, that's all. You are integrated to me. You are my disciple.
Bliss.
Understand. If you are my initiated disciple and integrated to me,
Nataraja.
listen very carefully.
Nataraja.
This word may look very simple, but meditate on it. It will just open Paramashiva in you. Everything is auspicious.
Let's connect.
Whatever you think, good, bad, right, wrong, everything is just these 25 activities happening.
Disciples.
Some thoughts getting manifested, some thoughts getting sustained, some thoughts getting distracted.
Connect with him.
Something's coming in your life as manifesting, something's getting maintained, something's getting distracted, something's getting pulled out of delusion, something's
Cosmos.
getting liberated. Understand this.
Let's connect with him.
This 25 will go on in you forever. You can be in firefighting mode as a jiva, means deluded individual. Or you can be in ferocious mood as Paramashiva, Hinduidual. Be Paramashiva. With the clarity, everything happening is auspiciousness. Be Hinduidual, not individual. He manifesting through individual is Hinduidual. Understand? He manifesting through individual is Hinduidual. Understand? I tell you, with my tremendous love, just meditate, internalize this powerful cognition. Everything happening is auspicious and Paramashiva is within me doing all these 25. Your body, physical body, carries the consciousness. I use new word called Divya Sarira. Consciousness wearing this body is Divya Sarira. The consciousness getting more and more empowered. When the consciousness gets empowered, you don't feel suffocated by physical body and its limitations. Listen carefully. Understand, sometime you may say, oh Swamiji, the universe does not make sense to me. It does not need to make sense to you. It is not obligated to make sense to you. You are obligated to make sense to Paramashiva. Understand, You deciding to make yourself sensible to Paramashiva is surrender to Paramashiva. I decided I will make myself sensible to Paramashiva. I will not bother whether Paramashiva makes sense to me or not. That is surrender. Paramashiva is no way bound to make sense to me. Universe is not obligated to make sense to me. I am only obligated to make sense to universe. I am obligated to make sense to Paramashiva. My behavior, my lifestyle, my thought currents, me, I am supposed to make myself sensible to Paramashiva. Paramashiva is no way obligated to make himself sensible to me. When I decided this, Paramashiva started manifesting in me. Make this decision on this auspicious Deepavali day. Understand? This is I am revealing the most internal, deepest sacred secret. Decide. Life. Paramashiva. Universe. Jiva. Ishvara. Jagat. The Jiva means the individual existence, soul, Atma of me. Ishvara means the cosmic soul. Jagat is cosmos. These three put together is Paramashiva. All this is not at all obligated to make sense to me. I am only obligated to make sense to Paramashiva. That is surrender. When I decided that, suddenly I saw everything started making sense to me and he started manifesting through me. I became insider. Understand? As long as you think world, universe should make sense to you, you will be an outsider. When you decide, universe is no way, Paramashiva is no way obligated to make sense to you. You are only obligated to make sense to Paramashiva. You become insider. Paramashiva starts revealing all the truths to you and he makes so much sense to you. Understand? When Paramashiva starts making sense to you, you feel just with life. Wow! Life is dharmic. Nothing is negative in the universe. Everything is auspicious. Shiva means in Sanskrit, costless auspiciousness. And you'll be surprised to know some more details. In Sanskrit, the word for destruction, literally if you translate, it is not destruction. It is, the word means samhara. That is the word we use. That word means rejuvenation, creating place for new things happening. Wrongly we translate the word samhara as a destruction. The exact Sanskrit word means creating new space for new things to happen. Rejuvenation. Even destruction can be looked from different dimension. Even destruction can be looked from different dimension. Rejuvenating or creating new space for better things to happen. Even the disease which happens to your body just creates a new space so that you can start having new body. You can get ready to live a new life. You can just restart the whole thing. See, actually, restarting the whole thing can heal many of your wounds. There are some wounds which can't be healed just by going to sleep and coming back. There are some wounds which can be healed by falling asleep and coming back. You will forget. There are some wounds which can't be healed by falling asleep and coming back. At that point only you decide, let me restart the whole thing. Let me just refresh. Then you allow the body to have some disease so that the rejuvenation process can start. You can drop this body and take a new body and start a new life, the new way of thinking, new way of living, new way of expressing. Every moment when you move from one moment to next moment, you are expanding, you are growing, you are learning. If you look from this angle, even your death is auspicious, because you are going to next step, you are going to further. Only if you are not clear about the next step, you will feel the fear of death. It is not even fear of death, it is fear of unknown. Fear of unknown. Present moment is the possibility of rejuvenation. If you are in the present moment, you will experience overflowing energy in the body. You will feel whatever is happening is auspicious. If you are caught with Brahma or Vishnu, you will not feel whatever is happening is auspicious. If you are caught in Shiva, if you are centered in the center, present moment, where future is disappearing into present and becoming past. If you are in the present moment, in this moment, you will become like Shiva, who is rejuvenator, who is constantly creating space for new things to happen. You will be fearless the moment you are fearless about the things happening. You will feel everything happening around you is causeless auspiciousness. As long as you are caught in future, you will feel insecure, fear. If you are caught in the past, you will feel things are inauspicious, life is dull, dead. If you are in the present, one more thing, if you are in the present, you will see very clearly the future which is coming inside you and becoming past leaves so much energy in you. Every moment you are just overflowing with energy. If you are caught by future, you are in fantasies, means castles in the air, no energy. If you are caught in the past, you are just a stone, a rock which can't be moved, dead, no energy. If you are caught in the future, air. If you are caught in the past, dead rock. If you are caught in the present, if you are centered in the present, you will be a flowing river, water. You will be just a flowing river. You will be just a flowing energy. Whoever is in the present moment, just swallowing the future and making it as a past consciously, will be overflowing, bubbling with energy. The Mahadeva, Shiva, who represents the rejuvenation process, are creating space for new things to happen. He is causeless auspiciousness. equal to mc square, Einstein is trying to maintain the speed of the light as a constant. Listen carefully. Speed of the light or time is not constant. I'll tell you what is exactly constant. Consciousness reflecting on the space, the fifth dimension of the universe. Consciousness reflecting is constant. In all our consciousness, Paramashiva is reflecting in all our inner space. Paramashiva is reflecting. That is constant. Understand? These 5 elements and 5 dimensions are related. Length, breadth, depth, time and space, earth, water, fire, air and space. These 5 are connected. Listen carefully. When Paramashiva, cosmic consciousness, reflects in your inner space, that reflection is constant in all beings. Not speed of the light or time. Time and speed of the light is not constant. But the way superconsciousness, Paramashiva, reflects in your inner space is constant. Means the way cosmic consciousness dances, reflects in your pure inner space. The way Sadashiva dances in your Chidambara is constant. All the beings who feel aham, he exists in that. That is the only constant. Understand? From that starts the will persistence. Manifest the will persistence. Whoever gets back to that source from which he is reflecting, all of them fall into that space called oneness, which is constant. Paramashiva is equivalent to the will persistence decision to look at the source by the reflection. The constant in the cosmos is feeling of aham. There is nothing in the cosmos which does not feel the aham, including stone, stavara, jangama, everything feels the existence of aham. When Mahadeva, Paramashiva says, Vyapakam, anything which feels aham, he is in that. Listen carefully. Length, breadth, depth, time, space. The pure consciousness reflects on the space. That reflection is individual consciousness called aham. The frequency of that reflection is constant in everything. But the side effect of that reflection, will persistence, is not constant in everything. Reflection is constant. Will persistence is not. So based on your will persistence, your life is decided. Are you going to spend 80% of your time in time related, or depth related, or length related, or breadth related existence of you? Neither length nor breadth or depth or time is low or wrong, but you not knowing the source vision, your reality, which is constant and playing in these other dimensions, there is every possibility you will get lost. If you remember your cosmic identity, if you remember the constant in you, which is your Chidambara, where the cosmic reflection Paramashiva, cosmic source Paramashiva, is dancing in your pure heart Anandagandha, your inner space. Listen, cosmic Paramashiva is like a sun. Your pure inner space, that space Chidambara, Akasha, Antarakasha, Chitakasha, is like a mirror. That sun reflecting in this reflection is called individual consciousness, Pratyagatma Chaitanyam. That is the constant in all beings. This constant's first side effect is will persistence. That is not constant in all beings. The quality of your will persistence decides whether your life is going to be stuck in time or depth or breadth or length. You remembering which is constant in you and which is not constant in you will not put you in a delusion where you make permanently damaging decisions of your life due to temporary mood swings. Guru is the person constantly resides in the constant and supports your will persistence to get back to your constant. The higher dimensions, when they enter consciously into the lower dimensions, they manifest as powers. Unexpected positive turn of the events and the reality you experience. You can name it as miracle, you can name it as power, you can name it as a God's grace, you can use any name you want, but the greater science, the cosmic science, is the higher dimensions entering into the lower dimensions. For example, length, breadth, depth, time, space. If the space dimension enters into time, time literally manifests everything space wants. If the time dimension enters into depth, depth manifests everything time wants. Understand? This length, breadth, depth, time, space, all these dimensions are independently intelligent, alive, able to make their own conclusions and respond within their frame and working zone. Please understand, the length dimension is responsible for your logic, rationality. The breadth dimension is responsible for your ability to feel the emotions, feeling connections. The depth dimension is responsible for you making cognitions, powerful cognitions about life, beyond your logic and emotions. So understand, every dimension, when it enters into the lower level dimensions, it manifests intense power. Now, I want you to understand, time and space is independent intelligence and power. I'll give you simple understanding, very raw, crude, down to earth. Simplest understanding. You just try to internalize this one understanding. I'll help you to go through the whole initiation and make you manifest this power. I commit with you. Just understand this one. Time is as alive as your skin. If you believe, cognize, your skin is alive. If somebody massages your skin, you feel good. If somebody cuts it, you feel bad, pain. How much your skin is alive, that much, I should say little more than, much more than that, time is alive skin of the cosmos. Listen, where your skin ends, the skin of the cosmos, which is called time, starts. Actually, your skin and the skin of the cosmos both always touch each other. You can't be away from cosmos. Understand this? Where your skin ends, exactly that is the spot time starts. Time is the skin of the cosmos. Time is the skin of the cosmos. How you have a nervous system which passes the thought currents inside you. Same way the cosmos has a nervous system which passes its decisions and thought currents, that is the space. Your skin is alive. Your nervous system keeps you living. The equivalent of your skin for the cosmos is time. Equivalent of your nervous system for the cosmos is space. I'll give you some of the important, powerful cognitions about space. Just if you internalize this, you can use the power of space in your day-to-day life in a very practical practical way, simple and very practical way. First, space is a living entity. It's not emptiness, it's not dead, it is living. Second, it is very close to consciousness. Third, the space you are carrying inside you, where the thoughts manifest, is directly connected to the space where this universe is established. Chidakasa, your conscious inner space, is directly connected to Mahakasa, where this universe is established. The space where this universe is established is directly connected to the space, your inner space where you are established. It means you have absolute ability to influence, inspire,
different records from Swamiji's life which he has shared. Each and every
directly intervene with the outer space on which the world is established. Any mass has a power to influence the space. When you are able to influence space through which you can influence anything which is established in the space, and just by sheer power of thoughts, you can raise, lower your mass, through which you can influence the space, through which you can influence anything established in the space. Please understand. When you meditate on cognize something very heavy, higher than your brain can grasp, your space becomes powerful. That can influence the space outside. And anything established in the space outside. Thoughts can travel using space as medium. Anything which has a mass can influence space, through that can influence anything established in the space. Let me be more clear and straight. Just through your thought, power of cognition, the power of your inner space, Chidambara, you can influence anything established in the space, whether sun or the moon or the universe or the black hole or the Big Bang, anything established in the space can be influenced through the power of your inner space. Most powerful, greatest sacred secret greatest Satya. I should say this is the greatest alchemy I can contribute to all your being. So please listen. The logic, length, dimension of your existence. In that, if you understand about oneness, it is imagination. Breath, the heart dimension of your existence. If you are able to grasp oneness in that level, it can be visualization of oneness. The depth dimension. In that, if you can grasp oneness, that will be declaration of oneness. In time dimension, you just need to manifest ferociousness. So, this imagination about oneness, visualization about oneness, declaration of oneness gets into your space, your akasha. That is when the Mahasadashivatva, that is where the Mahasadashivatva manifests. Length, breadth, depth of a person is not he. The space he carries is he. When I say length, breadth, depth of a person, I speak in both the meanings. One, logic, heart, and cognition. Length, logic, breadth, heart, depth, cognition. This three does not really constitute a person. And length, breadth, depth of the size, shape. Size and shape does not constitute a person. That is why you fall in love with the size and shape, get frightened when you see the space. Be very clear. The space you carry, its smell, its flavor comes out of you like energy. Like energy. Many of the Indian restaurants use this as a tactic. They release a certain masala flavor. That whole area will have that masala flavor. The moment you enter that zone, you will feel like eating. That is also again like a marriage only. You go to the restaurant and you order what do you want. Then when you see what the other person has, you always wish you had ordered for that. And the other person is feeling the same. And you can't even exchange the plate, owner will not allow. The smell, the flavor of your space The flavor of your space is what I call Shakti. Understand? The explosion happening in your inner space is Shakti. Please listen. This is the good news for you. The moment you manifest even one Shakti, I have already entered into your inner space. If I have not entered in your inner space and made the connection, you will not be able to manifest Shakti, because all power manifestation has to start from space, not from depth. Understand that time is a non-existence power layer. It has no existence, like a length, breadth, depth. It is only when the space collides with the length, breadth, depth, the dust created is time. See, the length, breadth, depth is a mass. Space is a energy. When these two collides, the dust generated is the time. I can roughly compare it to the Vatavarana, the layer around the planet Earth. Listen, no power can manifest in you if I have not entered into your space. Even if you manifest one power once, be informed, I have drilled you already up to your space. Kailasa celebrates the manifestations of his space. The manifestations of the length, breadth, depth. Manifestations of the length, breadth, depth is so superficial. So superficial. They are not worthy. Manifestations of length, breadth, depth is too superficial. They are not worthy. They are not at all worthy. Manifest the space. Celebrate your capabilities based on your power manifesting abilities and space.
A very, very profound and important truth that Swamiji revealed. Nothing falls apart, everything falls only in place. Nothing of what we do falls apart. Even in the situations that you think is the most beyond control and you can't do anything, life does not, life is not interested in giving you the worst experience. Life is here for enlightenment, for the purpose of enlightenment. Nothing falls apart, everything falls in place. The most beautiful truth that is revealed. Whatever the reason might be, whatever the situation might be, but nothing falls apart. Everything falls only in place. Every single happening in life, every single thing that happens in life Just look back. Many times, even one small situation, something that happens not as per the way we want, we immediately come to a conclusion. Life is inauspicious. Life is not going to do this, and it is so unfair. I have to suffer this. Life doesn't want me to enjoy. Life is not sadistic. Just look back into your life. Surely each of us have at least five happenings in our life which have become positive after each year. Like, for example, let's say you always thought things are going out of control with your job. Let's say every single project you failed in, things didn't get well, your managers didn't like you, and it never worked really good. So you almost gave up on it, and then that made you forced you to start your own business, after which your business flourished beautifully. So it was not that things were falling apart, instead, it gave you a good push to start something better. Every problem in life, just look back, it would have led you to something more better, something more beautiful. Pen down at least five negative things in your life which became positive after each year. Like, write down just 5 years. Something you thought was very bad, like uh, something didn't work out very good, which forced you to start another thing and that became very successful. Look into your life. Write down at least five such things. You'll get more than five very easily. Just look into your life and pen down. Take a few minutes.
Please open your eyes.
Sandhya Nrittamurti. During Sandhya Nrittamurti, he dances. During every ice age, whenever you feel the cosmic dance happening, whenever you feel, meditate on the Sandhya Nrittamurti. Meditate on the Sandhya Nrittamurti. Sada Nrittamurti.
Writing this down. This one cognition is a very, very important truth for us to understand. When we realize that everything around us is not, nothing is falling apart. Everything that life gives us is only for the most auspicious. Now, we're going to be entering into the last session of our day today. And that is, this session is a very, very important one, which is consciousness can alter your DNA.
There's another one, truth from some of the websites which does research in this DNA line. Quotesofascension.com. Our DNA is unique to each of us. The imprint of our higher self is held in our DNA. We carry our lineage from other planets and other areas of universe in our DNA. The imprint of our earthly ancestral lineage is also held within our DNA. This is what we call in Vedic tradition the Gotra. Which Rishi's Gotra you belong to, we say. The Gotra is your code of other living spaces, components of other living spaces which is in you. That code is the Gotra. If you say Bharadwaja Gotra, the energy and experience and the DNA Bharadwaja represents is there in your body. And you can access to those energies very easily. If you take up the mantras and spiritual practices delivered by Bharadwaja, immediately you can decode your DNA and the Akashic records can open. So the Gotra you belong to is the keyword, password for the huge information available to you in the form of Akashic records. The Akashic records are, it's like a password being handed over to you. All the informations are there and this is the password, please see it, that's all. The Akashic records are like DNA of the universe. Each soul has its own Akashic records and there are collective records of all souls of all journeys. That's what I call all souls of all journeys is what I call Hiranyagarbha. So now I'll add some of my insights. First thing, understand all the information you collected through all your births is available in your DNA. Second, you can access some of them just to understand and not to waste the time doing the same actions again and again, thinking you will have a joy end of this action. So it's like if you have done certain action and you did not receive the joy which you wanted, and if you forget that you did that action and did not have the joy, you will be trying it again and again in various ways. But if you remember, you did this action, did not have the joy, you will not try it again. By training your mind, you can transform your DNA. Today I want to introduce a few truths about this epigenetics. As browsing through some of the articles about this epigenetics. This is Dr. Hassan Church. He's written a book called Genie in Our Genes. He has done a great service to Vedic tradition by proving many of the Vedic truths scientifically. Anybody digs in any field with the one goal of satya, truth, they land on Vedic tradition. In any field it can be. See, without having the vested interests of the marketing companies, marketing industry, in any field, anybody does research with satya. Satya as the goal, truth as the goal. Simply they land on Vedic tradition. He very clearly proves the quality of your consciousness directly transforms the way in which you exist physiologically, or your physiological existence is directly affected by the quality of your consciousness. The quality of your consciousness and the physiological existence are so closely connected the epigenetics, they have done so much of research on this field, on this epigenome. Epigenome is a protein particle responsible for your genes and all the happenings based on genes. Please understand, we are always taught genes are responsible for our diseases. No, it's not true. Even your DNA is not responsible. The quality of your consciousness is responsible. The quality of consciousness can directly change DNA. Asan Church very beautifully proves even the persistent diseases handed over to you by the previous generations, like cancer, sugar, blood pressure, heart diseases, even they can be just altered, changed, transformed by the quality of your consciousness. Another one research proves only 35% of your DNA is responsible, only 35%, for what you are, who you are, how you are, and all the major factors like your longevity, disease, health and everything. Only 35%. The science of epigenetics and the epigenome opens a new door to the great truths declared by Patanjali and Swatmarama. Patanjali in Raja Yoga Sutras and Swatmarama in Hatha Yoga Sutras. Shiva Sutras says very clearly, the man who is in perfect health just by his nisangalpa, means the intentionless consciousness, can transmit that to a human being or any being. That is what is exactly the science of healing. I have so many research references here today to share with you all. One is that Dawson Church research and the truth about the epigenome, I can see very clearly when I see these researchers, exactly the experience which is happening in me, in others when I do the healing is scientifically recorded and proved. Usually I see how the healing happens in people. I can see very clearly when I put the hand on the person, the epigenome structure starts changing, which is responsible for the whole building. Please understand, DNA is not responsible for the building. DNA is like a brick. Out of brick we build buildings, but brick itself is not responsible for the plan. If there is a defective brick, there will be defective building. But brick does not carry the blueprint of the building. The epigenome is responsible for the blueprint of the building. I could see very clearly. The epigenome transforms itself and DNA just alters as per the transformation of the epigenome, and clearly the body just remembers the health. Please understand, health is your nature. You don't need to create it, you just need to remember it. The remembrance immediately awakens and the health is back. That is why even the doctors were surprised and shocked when they see the persistent diseases like cancer, blood pressure, all those things get healed. Especially these long-term drug therapies are no more needed and people just walk out of diseases. The quality of your consciousness, the quality of consciousness in which you are living is directly responsible. It can just alter, transform any disease, including diseases like cancer, arthritis, handed over to you through generations. If you go to the internet, tons and tons of research is done in this field. How the spiritual healing directly works. Not only during spiritual healing, even during initiations, and when people come and sit near me in my breathing space, I can see very clearly their epigenome starts getting awakened, restructures itself, realigns itself. There is another research I was reading. In a vacuum tube, if there are some electrons lying random, if a human DNA is introduced, immediately they all come to a clear, organized shape. They all just stand up. It's like when master enters, how you automatically stand up. They all just organize themselves. even after the DNA, human DNA was removed, they all stay back in the same shape. Same way, I can see very clearly when people sit in my breathing space, especially during Pada Puja, the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, I can see very clearly their body just recupes and transforms. I used to wonder how to express this clearly in scientific terms. Hassan Church has done that job. Very beautifully, very scientifically, he has explained. The science of epigenome and epigenetics is the revelation. It's a science which proves now the declarations of Patanjali and Swatmarama and all great Vedic rishis, and my own experience. The quality of your consciousness decides diseases, longevity, quality of life, pain, depression, everything. Even the persistent diseases like cancer, blood pressure, heart diseases, sugar, everything. So I tell you, wake up and raise your consciousness. Not only to transform your DNA, to transform the whole world. See, when you transform your DNA, it is not just the great service done to you alone. It will be the greatest service you are doing to the world, whole world. Because when your DNA is transformed, you see, when your consciousness is brought to a certain level, whoever you touch will be impacted by your consciousness, and their epigenome also will be re-altered, and their DNA will be transformed, and they get back to their health. This is the science of healer's initiation. That's what I am doing. Not only I transformed my epigenome and transformed my DNA structure and brought the highest possible conscious expression in this body and mind. Whoever is touched, if they also can raise their consciousness, of course, when I touch, the physical and mental healing happens. And if they also put a little bit of their effort and take up the responsibility to receive it completely, then a complete epigenome transformation, DNA transformation happens in them, and they also start experiencing the higher and higher possibilities of the consciousness in their body mind. So naturally, when they touch somebody else, their epigenome gets awakened, the DNA gets transformed, the health starts happening in that person. This is what the ripple wave effect. Let's popularize these great researches on this epigenetics and the epigenome, the ideas about the epigenome. Epigenome can be changed through conscious choices regardless of what we have been handed over through generations. add more and more joy, laughter, love, life, dance, bliss, restful awareness to the humanity. Let us create intense, conscious cyclones, super conscious tsunamis. All over the world. Save the humanity, human consciousness, and human health. All you guys decide two things strongly. One, from now you will live in the highest possible consciousness continuously. Second, even if you leave the body, you will get back to serve the world in this highest consciousness. We need more and more people in human body to remove the inhumanity from humanity. We need more and more people in human body to remove inhumanity in humanity. It's time. We really need. We really need. Actually, when I go through the scientific researches, even I realize more and more the urgency with which we need to create N communities, urgency with which we need to create the N civilization, urgency with which we need to radiate enlightenment. So let the urge become the urgent.
Yes. Plus, your conscious will has the power to make your DNA take a quantum leap to have a superconscious breakthrough. You are neither descended consciousness, you're neither just descended consciousness nor just the free will. You are consciousness who has the power. Your decision has the power to move and have push your DNA to have a superconscious breakthrough. Today's whole day, we've all learned about the experience of how you can awaken your DNA and how you can harness all the untapped potential that your DNA has. But does not just end there. Now, with the initiations that Swamiji has given, all of your innate abilities to manifest these superpowers or harness these powers of the DNA has been awakened in you all. So now it's just time that you start using it, manifesting it in your day to day life. Apply it, experience it, see how you can apply these clicks and how you can constantly live these truths in your daily life. Ma Parvati Sukumaniyam, what you're doing, which lifestyle you're living right now, listening to the powerful cognitions, constantly applying these truths in your daily life is the way to raise that conscious quality. Okay, constantly acid washing your consciousness with the right powerful cognitions in life. Yes, and this brings us all to the conclusion of our day today. Tomorrow is going to be something very, very fun and very, very exciting. Tomorrow, all of us are going to be learning about cosmology, removing all the malefic effects of planets, planetary positions in our lives. So don't miss. Tomorrow is very, very important and a very, very special day. So please bring all your relatives, friends, family, whoever you feel will have a big impact change just by, they're really impacted by the planetary positions. Or even if they're just curious to know about cosmology, what Hinduism has to say, please bring them. They can all join tomorrow's program. So, this brings us all to the conclusion of our day today. We thank you all for joining our program. Let us conclude with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all. Thank you so much, Nithyanandam.